The frozen notes. Sherrod Brown says.
Good morning, everyone. We'll give it just another minute and we'll get started. And hopefully, I'm in Florida and they decided to do some construction outside of my hotel. So hopefully the beeping and crap isn't too obnoxious, but we'll give it a minute and then we'll get going. All right. Well, let's get started. You guys are on time, so it is being recorded. So if I do cover something today, and it's like, hey, where'd you, please, as always, throw something in chat, unmute if you have a question, if you want me to back it up or slow it down. But obviously, it's being recorded, so it is something that you can rewatch. And I'll reiterate, I hope the beeping outside is not too obnoxious. But I apologize for that. But we will get started. So we are going to talk about your website, so the Moxie website today. So oh gosh, I think it was early 2023, ERA made the switch from their old website platform to Moxie. So since then, we've all had to kind of redo our website, and we're doing it in Moxie. So I'm going to kind of show you today just the basics to make sure that we're good to go. So so I'm going to show you how to get in there, and then I'll tell you a little bit about why this is important. I know some folks have another website, but why this is so important, how we can at least make it to the point where if someone gets there, they're like, oh, okay, cool, and not, oh, geez, this is pathetic, and leave. So that's kind of where we're going to get today, where I'm going to show you, to get to at least that point. So from leverage, if you can either do it from tools and resources, or if you go down to agent tools, we're going to scroll down to MoxieWorks. And then MoxieWorks comes up. And of course, we're just going to log into MoxieWorks. So just as a little refresher, especially I see we have some new folks on the call. Just remember this is MoxieWorks. This is a kind of 4 parts to MoxieWorks. Moxie Present, Engage, My Website, and Impress. So it's kind of where you get to those 4 pieces. Of course, today we're going to talk about My Website. But as always, this dashboard is kind of your, whatever you see here, info-wise, your picture, your phone number, etc. Will transform to your website, to everything. So if you just look here and go, hey, I either want to, or I have a different picture, let me know. Because if you change it here, you can, but really, if you have a different picture that you really want to use, we should make sure it's in our main system so that it feeds kind of all the way through. And then if you just, maybe click this contact info, like, there's your email, and, here would be your phone number. So we just kind of want to make sure that info is correct. So if you just take a second to do that. But now we're just going to click into my website. So this is sort of the back page of your website. And just before I kind of get into showing you, I want to kind of stress the importance of doing this. So you guys are on this call, we can get in here and we can, update this pretty simple and get it ready. So just a few numbers. So ERA.com, traffic to ERA.com is up 300% since they changed to this platform. So that's a big number. Leads coming from ERA.com are up 70%. So that's a huge number. If you Google yourself, this ERA platform, the Moxie platform, sort of what it gets to first is your contact page, but then they can get to your website, will show up almost always first in your list. So if you Google yourself, likely ERA.com is going to come up first. Maybe second or third if you've been around a while and have, maybe a couple other platforms that are really set with Google SEO, but this is likely to come up first. So if it's coming up first and someone Googles us, it's likely they're going to click on this one. They know you're an ERA agent. It came up first. Let's just click on it. So that's where the picture, the biography, and then what we do today is going to be key. So, let's kind of go through it, and then we'll answer any questions and kind of make sure you guys can get there. Just if you're new or haven't been in here, or it's been a while, just know at any point you can go up in this lower or upper right, upper left-hand corner, and you'll see a little button that says visit site. That's where you can see what your site looks like now. So if I just click that and I haven't done anything, you will see that there's a base website there. We're not starting from scratch. We're not needing to design it or anything. Like the basics are there. Again, what we're going to do today is just tweak it and kind of make it our own and make sure it's good. So when someone goes to your website, they really want to do two things. So if they Googled you and found this, they're going to want to know more about you. Maybe they haven't seen a picture. If it was just an Op City lead or just an internet lead, or someone new that's John said, hey, you better call Penny and just call her and see what she can do for you. That person doesn't know us. So if they Google us, they're gonna want to know more about us. So they're gonna want to see a picture, and they're gonna want to see a biography. So that's one, they're going to want to know. The second thing they want to do when they go to a real estate website is what? Look for a house. So just really know that's the main reason, unless they're going to start with like, well, let me make sure, let me just check, I'll check Wayne out and just kind of see what he's all about. Make sure that we're at least going to be a good connection. And then I'll kind of maybe start that house process. So just kind of remember that. And also, the traffic being up to ERA.com, the leads being up, that are coming into our system. So that's kind of twofold. So if they go to ERA.com and just look for a house and say, hey, I want to see this, I have a question about it, those leads feed directly to us. So if you happen to be the listing agent, you're going to get the lead. Otherwise, they kind of just feed into our system and then just get fed out to agents randomly. So whether it's through Op City or in your region. So that's one thing. Otherwise, from ERA.com, with all of those people going there, the second thing that can happen is, well, they don't look for a house right on the main page. They say, well, I'm looking in Cincinnati. And then from Cincinnati, they look to Liberty Center, so they kind of narrow it down and potentially get right to us directly. So either they feed from ERA.com or somebody, is kind of making a few more clicks and they make it to us directly. So that's just another piece that's kind of important there. So, just remember, you can always go to visit site. If you change something in what we're going to do right now, if you change it, almost all of the things that you just change, you can go back to your visit site and see it. So if you add your biography and go, hey, I want to see how that looks, go up and you'll see the change. So it's kind of nice to know that as well. So this is the homepage. In just a side note for anybody that just may have a little goal, this website can be fully customizable. You can start from scratch if you want to. That's just the platform we have. That's the kind of the bonus we have, being with ERA. So they're like, hey, here's a base one, you can tweak it and be done. Or if you have any inclination, you can add pages, you can start from scratch and make it completely your own. So just kind of know that, but for now, we're just going to kind of do this setup page. So we're going to actually do, I'm going to start with literally just clicking two buttons, and we're going to have enough so that if someone finds our site, they need to be able to see our picture, our biography, and look for a house. And they'll be able to do that if we just kind of do the basics. So the first piece I'm going to hit, it's personalize your site's style. And if I hit go there's really just, here's the custom. So if we really just wanted to go out or create a new one. So really right here, there's a search focused and an agent focused. So you can literally just, I won't click through all the buttons, but right now is the search focused. You'll see, if you kind of look at it, you'll see where on the agent focus, really the picture of the agent and the biography is kind of forefront, and then the search bar is just a little bit smaller. So personally, I like the search focused. I mean, you know, when you pull up this site, if your site looked like this, they immediately know they can look for a house, but they also see your picture and your biography. So personally, I like the search focus, but completely up to you. But if you were to change it, this publish button is really the, I guess, the save button. So just kind of know, you know, that's the save button. So if once I make a change, I'm kind of always going to hit this publish button. So I'm going to leave it at search focused. And I'm going to just go back to our main page. So that's it really for that first button is you just deciding, okay, which platform I like best. So the next piece that we're going to click is personalize your homepage. So I'm going to hit go there. So now this is and I'm going to just scroll down through it quick, but we'll go piece by piece. This is more info. You know, this is going to kind of be when I said, hey, we need to make sure we do a few things. They're all right on this page. So
Yes,
once we do this, if we're good for an hour a little bit, we won't have to you know, we won't have to, you know, go back in and you know, and do anything until maybe we're ready to upgrade the whole system. So first thing that you'll just kind of see is this background picture. So when I hit visit my site, this is my background picture. I change it almost each time I come in, but you know, but that's it. So if you haven't been in, there's a default. So if you look at it and go, hey, I kind of like it. I will tell you that I'm a fan of kind of being local. So if I'm in Southwest Florida, I'm probably going to have something of, you know, one of the bridges or Fort Myers Beach or maybe downtown Cape or downtown Fort Myers. In Cincy, I might have something, you know, maybe the stadium, something. So no matter what location, you know, what region you're in, I kind of like the idea because if someone pulls it up, you know, we really want them to start feeling like, hey, this guy is in Cincinnati, this guy is in, you know, Cleveland or Rocky River, that type of thing. So, you know, kind of think of that when you're putting this picture. But I also have seen some very nice websites with just a picture of a couch. You know, I mean, it's kind of a preference. Another thing that you can think about is that you can change this anytime you want. So not that you're going to come in daily and change it, but you could almost just put a reminder in your phone to change it monthly, quarterly, once a year, you know, something like that. So, you know, maybe you know, if you're up north, there's 4 seasons kind of thing. So you want a fall picture, you know, go grab it could be the same picture, but it could be fall, or you could grab something else that's sort of fitting for the time of year. So side note with that is Google loves, so when we talk about Google SEO, like if someone Googles realtor in Cincinnati or your name or anything like that, Google's always kind of like, well, what's the most relevant website I'm going to put up top? You know, what's going to be on that first page? Well, just as a, you know, so you know, they really love change to a website. So if your website is just done and static and you don't ever do anything with it, it'll show up, it'll be there. Of course, you can send people to it, which is great. But in reality, you know, if we change it, if we add a video, if we change our videos, things like that, you know, Google will actually pay attention each time. It'll sort of be like, okay, you know, and it's doing this for, you know, millions of websites, but it's all analytical, and we kind of want our website to just stay relevant. Just, yeah, give me a little edge, you know, as we're going. Okay, you're good, Craig. So as far as changing this picture, it literally upload or choose an image. So there actually is an image gallery. So the image gallery wouldn't be on that local side. You know, when I said, hey, maybe you want to do something locally, you know, but there's a gallery and a library. But if you do from your computer, I'm going to just back up here. Just know that the picture has to be a very high quality picture, and it may not. It's kind of hard to, you know, if you've never heard the size of the picture, it has to be a 2200 by 1182, and really all that means is that it's a high quality picture. I mean, this picture is going to be on your website. You can't have something that's stretched out. You can't have something that's grainy. Like, you want a perfect picture, if you're going to put something there. So, and that's that's a 35 millimeter camera that, it's not, you don't have to pay for a picture to get it done if you have other opportunities. So there are free pictures on Google. So if you Google free pictures, free high quality pictures, you can Google Cincinnati pictures 2200 by 1182. You can kind of play with that. So and potentially find one out there. But just know it has to be that high quality. So if you have a picture and you try to upload it, it may say, not good enough. We're gonna have to, you're gonna have to find another one. So next thing, so this headline. So show simple custom text. So to buy, sell, or invest, choose the best. And I just threw that in there. So I'm gonna actually quick go visit my site and just kind of show you where that is again. So right here it is. To buy, sell, or invest, choose the best. So if you have a tagline, I see Shell is on, I know she's got a tagline. So that's kind of the perfect place for that, to go. You can see it. It's one of the first things you see, obviously, just because we just talked about it, the background picture. That's, that's kind of what I'm looking like right now, because that's my background picture and that's my headline. And again, if I change that headline or change that picture, I go visit site, I can see what it looks like. I can be like, you know what? I thought I liked it, but I really don't. I'm going to go change it real quick. So it's not like we got to wait for someone to do it, and not like we're, it's all on us. So, and we can go back and forth easy and just change it, for whenever we want. So I just kind of wanted to show you that. The next piece you'll see, go back here, is really your information. So this is your headshot. So is that the one you want? Is that the most up to date? Maybe you look at it and go, geez, maybe I do want to change it, but that's that. Same thing, it should be right, but we want to make sure. But your name, your phone number, your email address that you kind of want posted on your website. So if that's wrong, if any of this information's wrong, we want to change it in our back office. So, you can just email me if there's anything here that you really want to update. But it's been this way. So, but again, if anything's wrong. Next thing, your custom text. So this is your biography. So if you have a biography, great. If you have a biography but haven't looked at it in a while, reread it, because it's always good to tweak it. If you don't have a biography, you absolutely need one. So a biography is, I don't know you. I know you're a real estate agent. Someone told me you're a real estate agent, but I don't know you. So give me something here where I can learn who you are. And I have seen biographies from, I sell this much a year, or year after year. I love a biography that says, hey, I'm passionate about what I do. I'm here for you. And here's a little bit about me. I love horses. I love sports. I love the Cincinnati Bengals. I go to church. Like who you are, because this is really what a customer, because a client kind of knows us. So a customer that doesn't know us, or somebody that doesn't know us, really wants to learn all about you, I mean, not too much information, but just the basics. Like, what are your passions? You're passionate about real estate. If you throw numbers in there, it's not horrible. I'm not saying it's wrong, but just kind of know, you got to be careful with it. So some folks get intimidated by numbers. Some folks think, well, maybe he's too busy for me, but if you're a full-time agent, or if not, whatever, but hey, you're a full-time agent, you're passionate about what you do, you love helping people, things like that. So again, if you don't have one, really two options to kind of start writing one is, I would just say, go to Google and just type in real estate agent biographies. It just kind of, like, a bunch will come up, and you really can just get some ideas. Like you can go like, well, I like the way that one's written, or I like the way this one's written. And then of course you tweak it and make it your own. So that's kind of one avenue. Or we've done a session on Chat GPT. So if you just go to Chat GPT, the website will come up and you can literally just say, write a real estate biography for me in short paragraph form, and then just put a colon and then say Wayne Weaver, comma, sell in Cincinnati, comma, passionate about what I do, comma, love sports, comma, I mean, you could just kind of tell it about yourself, and in seconds, it's going to spit out a biography. And then, of course, you need, you need to read it and make sure there's nothing in there, but you can take that and go, oh, I want to add this, and literally just redo it. It's so simple. So, and it'll write it. For me, that was my, I kind of wanted to do that because it just made sense for me that I can write it, but man, I'd have to probably write it for days because I'd have to go back to it. So whatever your your best avenue is, but just know biography is absolutely crucial for any of our sites, whether it's the website or we have profiles on Zillow, Realtor, etc. So, and I'm going to back up real quick. So we kind of went through, the your info, your headshot, your info, and your biography. And I'm going to go to visit my site. And mine's simple on this page, but you'll see this is what they see. This is the info, and here's my biography. So it's going to be right to the right of your headshot. So whatever your biography is going to be right in this right side. And I'm going to go back here and then click here. I got to figure out how to do that, but so, and just know for the first time in our ERA website system, we can actually add media. We can add hyperlinks. We can add pictures. So, we could add video. So, I talked about Google SEO, and I just said Google loves videos. So if there's a little video, and guess what people love? People love, okay, that's what Wayne looks like. That's Wayne's biography. But if there's a little short video in here, that's, I know some people aren't comfortable with it, but if it's me just talking about, hey, I'd love to work with you, or hey, I'm in Cincinnati today and I'm just showing houses I absolutely love, like people will watch it 99% of the time. Google loves it. So just think about adding some things. I have seen some folks add their branding, their logo in here. So you can, like, as a picture, it can become right part of your bio. So so just know we can do a little more than just writing. So and whether that's a picture, some video, maybe even just a hyperlink. So just know we can do more. And I talked about when I said, this is what I would type into chat GPT. I said short paragraphs. Well, I kind of did that because if people in general, this is how our minds work. If you look at a paragraph and it's 2 sentences, we're more likely to read it than if it was just like a half a page. So if you just sat here and just type, a bunch of us are going to look at it and go and just immediately skim. It's just how our minds work. So if, I would do, short paragraphs, 2-3 sentences max. You can break it down to, hey, this is how I work. Hey, this is who I am. Hey, this is where I sell, however you do it. But just kind of know, shorter paragraphs sort of lead us or lead other folks to actually, kind of read the whole thing. So and that's kind of our goal. Like we want them to really kind of know who we are. So, and I'm going to just pause for a minute. Does anyone have any questions? Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully the speed is good. And again, it is being recorded. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. But yeah, I'm going to just pause. Anybody have any questions so far? type. Perfect. So we're going to just keep going. Oh, wait. Size limit. So, I am not sure if there is a character limit for this. I don't know that I've seen anyone have a character limit for that biography. So yeah, I think if you were to put something in here, worst case, it's going to tell you to shorten it up. But I don't think I've seen anything because we can have the pictures and the videos and things. So I think we're good just to put whatever. But that being said, we kind of do want to we want to put in there the relevant stuff. So just kind of make sure it's all good. So absolutely, you're welcome. Okay, so we're going to continue down this page. So this is a default piece in here. So this is a default piece. It's featured properties. So I'm going to kind of play with this, and then I'm going to go back in, and I'm actually going to show you, what this section looks like. But we actually, under featured properties, we have a default list of listings that we can put in there. So it says my active listings, my sold listings, featured properties, my office listings, my company's active listings, my company's sold listings. So with that being said, this feature properties, you can actually create your own little list if you want. So that's kind of what that one is. But these other ones, my active, my sold, my office, my company, just to kind of give you, I guess, my 2 cents. So my active, if you have, 4 or more, and you have 4 or more listings consistently, you could maybe use that my active listings. Because, when I show you where this is, it's right on your homepage, and it's called featured properties. And if there's one property there, because that's the only active listing you have, it might not look as attractive. Totally up to you, but just kind of think about that. If you use my company's active listings, it sounds great, but we are in Ohio and Florida, so it would actually show all of them. So if you're in Cincinnati, it's going to be showing Florida properties. If you're in Florida, it's going to be showing Ohio properties. So that one's a little tricky as well. So in my opinion, the my office listings, obviously it would include your listings, but it would include your entire office listings kind of on your homepage as like, hey, it doesn't say my office listings. It just says feature properties, and it lists them all there. So it kind of portrays that, hey, look, I have access to all these listings, that type of mentality from the viewer. So again, totally up to you guys. But just know, I think the default might be my office listings, but if you want to change it, and again, hey, you can change it, save it. And these 2 next ones sometimes just take a little while longer to sync because it's got to go to the MLS and pull in data. So just kind of know this might not be one where if I change this and said, I want to see what it looks like, I may not be able to go right back to visit site and see it. So you just want to make sure, that if you do change it and really want to see it, you're going to kind of make a note and like, hey, check my website, later today. Everything else is, it's connected to the MLS. They're going to be able to search for homes. It's this one section, if you're kind of waiting for it to update, might be a certain way for a period before you checked it again. But, again, totally up to you. Suggestion might be for office listings, unless you have a wide variety of listings yourself. So just a couple more things. In my opinion, what we've done to this point, so I'm going to go to visit site. What we've done to this point really could be enough for you. Like, really the main reason someone goes to your website again, to learn more about you, the headshot, the biography, maybe the biography has some video or pictures in it, and then to look for a house. So I'll stress that again. And we can do that because we've gotten to this point. And then scrolling down, here are the featured properties. So this is kind of what this one looks like. So, you know, I think I did, well, yeah, I have office, and I probably have maybe, I don't even know where I am. I'm not sure which office I'm a part of, but anyway, you know, I think maybe Liberty Center. So, but so this is kind of what this looks like. So when I say, you know, when I say, you know, if you have your active listings and you only have, let's say, one or two, you're literally only going to see one or two pictures. You're not going to see four, because if you don't have, you know, four active listings, and these arrows would be gone. It would just show the four listings or two, you know, whatever number, and that's it. So I kind of like the idea of, you know, with the office, you know, if I start scrolling, it's you know, it's loading multiple pictures. So it kind of gives someone an idea to at least, you know, maybe start, you know, start the search with like, well, I'm kind of looking in this area. You know, so that's just, again, just kind of the idea of using, you know, maybe the office listings to kind of have that be a little bit more full. And then you'll see, like, I'll show you these in a minute. I have some links, but really, like, that could be your website with just what we've done to this point. You know, just background picture, tagline right here, picture, biography, and feature properties. So I'm going to show you, you know, a few more things we can do to upgrade your site. But again, not necessary. Bonus, but not necessary. So when I get down to these last pieces right here, these last four, so here's a custom search module. So this one, in addition to the featured properties, can be any search you want, like literally any search. So if you're in, I don't know, if you're in Fort Myers or Cape or Fort Myers Beach, maybe you want waterfront property here. Maybe you want just Fort Myers Beach. And you know, and on your website, there's going to be some, you know, nicely priced properties. When I say nicely priced, you know, there's going to be some $1 million properties, things like that. If I'm in Cincinnati, I could do Indian Hills, because I know that's got, you know, it's just you know, totally up to you. You can do condos, you can do investment properties, like any search you want. Essentially, you're going to do it. You're going to do it within the system, but it's really searching the MLS. So whatever's in the MLS. So I'll just show you a few that I've done, and then I'll quick kind of show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it, and it's good that it's recorded, because it's not tricky, but it's a little process to do. But just to show you a few that I've done is, you know, this is a Columbus market, Westerville homes for sale, Rocky River homes. So literally, you know, Fort Myers Beach. So you could just do any search you want, sort of call it whatever you want, and then have an additional search on your website. So featured properties, right below it, let's just say Fort Myers Beach properties, and it, you know, and it sort of can stand out in that respect. So to do that, you know, this is kind of what yours looks like. It's default. If you just hit a create custom search, and then really just, we're just going to read this. So this is where I'm actually going to do, I'll actually type it out here. So if I do Fort Myers, you know what, I'm in Cincinnati. So let me just do, I'll just do it quick. So that's the wording that's going to be on your website. So whatever you want to put there, like that's what's going to show up. So that's kind of the headline. Now you're going to see, you just got to kind of follow me here. It's not super hard, but just enter custom search path here. So what we're going to do is I'm literally just going to go to my website. So I'm going to go to, you know, I'm actually just going to do, just to kind of show you. So let's just pretend this is your website. And here's a search, and I'm going to actually just going to search Liberty Township. I'll just keep it simple. And here's all the homes for sale in Liberty Township. You'll see a map. So I did a search. Here's every home for sale. Again, I'm kind of doing this custom, like Fort Myers Beach, whatever. I can search and just do, condominiums, whatever, but just kind of do that search. And all I'm going to do is, now you just got to follow me here. I'm going to click in this long search bar, and I'm just going to copy the whole thing. So I just copied that. If I sent that to you right now and you clicked on it, it would pull this same page up. So that's really all I'm doing. I just copied that. And I'm actually just going to go back here, and I'm going to, first of all, paste it. And you'll see, look how long it is. I mean, that's a search. But one thing we have to do is this little thing here. It says the path must begin with search / backslash, I guess. So I'm just going to add search / and then the search, then the search. So the heading, whatever whatever search I'm doing, whatever wording I want, I just went and did a search for properties, added the word search and /, and I'm just going to hit save. So, and you'll see like an example search path right here. That in the bottom, it's kind of highlighted. So that's kind of what it needs to look like. And then when I hit save, it's updated. And again, this is not one that will appear right away, but let me show you here. Cincy Homes for Sale is showing up. So, and I really want this to say, this would be something a little bit more professional, but, but it would be Cincinnati Homes for Sale. Actually, I did in Liberty Township or whatever I did. So, but that's it. So, and again, when I make this change, or if I made a change at featured properties, I need to scroll down to the bottom and always hit this publish button. So I can make multiple changes. I can change this, then change this, and then go hit publish. But if I want to see the change on my website, I need to make sure. So if I'm kind of going section by section, okay, I updated my headshot and my biography, I want to go look at it. We definitely want to come down and hit publish. And then we can go up and hit visit site. And we would see those changes. And it hasn't loaded yet. So, but that's kind of that's adding a piece. So that's extending your website. It will make it more attractive to Google, because now you're talking on your website, Indian Hills or condominiums in Cincy or Fort Myers Beach. So, just know that's a bonus, just to have on your website. And the last couple that I'm going to show you, so that was custom search module. So we actually have the ability to add a blog, and the blogs can be they're actually done for us. So, so you can do that. The links module. So this is sort of a resource center. So, you'll see local information. That's just my heading. I'll kind of go back and show you, but that's my heading. And I'm going to click on this manage links, and you're going to kind of see my page. And I'm just throwing examples in there. So you'll see finance guy. Obviously I would have a bank name there, a couple bank names, whatever, a home inspector, where you can kind of gain some bonus points is what's happening in Fort Myers, what's happening in Rocky River, what's happening, you can add those in there, and then just go to, a Chamber of Commerce page, or you'll see, I just have City of Fort Myers. If I was going to do something like what's happening on Fort Myers Beach, or, what's happening wherever, you can put anything in here, football schedules, any sports schedules you can put in here. Just think though, what's it going to do? Well, it's going to add to your website, kind of another section on your website. Someone scrolls down, maybe you could have a like concert schedule. So, that might, attract some folks. But in reality, this is going to do it's going to extend your website, just add more data, more potential data for folks. But the second thing is who's going to love it? Google. You know, you're talking about Fort Myers Beach, you're talking about Fort Myers, you're talking about Cape Coral. You can have whatever you want in there. But if you're talking about Southwest Florida or Cincinnati or a particular area, you know, I have seen this where someone has gone to Google and just typed in, you know, what's the concert schedule at, River Rock or something. Just something. Just typing, you know, that in an agent's website actually came up on a Google search because it was on, like, you can get the information on their website. So like sometimes it can be an advantage, but just overall for SEO, Google's going to know that your website, you're talking about, you know, Cincinnati, you know, you're linked to Cincinnati, you got, you know, links like these links all about Cincinnati. You know, it's just going to be a big piece of adding to your website. And you can, I honestly, I have not played with it. I don't know if there's a limit. There may be a limit, but I haven't heard of anyone having it. So and then just real quick, to the right of links, it says add new link. It's very simple. What's the name? So, you know, I like a question. I like almost a question mark here, like something to draw them in. So if I just put, you know, First National Bank, you know, someone could be like, you know, they might connect like, well, I know I need, you know, I need a mortgage, but, you know, but like, why would I click on First National Bank? But if I put in there, need a mortgage, need to shop a mortgage, you know, something like that, you know, I like the idea. You can put Fort Myers Beach, or you can put what's happening in Fort Myers Beach, or, you know, something like that. So kind of get, you know, think about this name and get a little creative. And really the only other piece you need for it to work is the actual website. So, you know, whatever website that, you know, matches, you know, this link, you can put it in there. If you want to, you can, you know, put a description in it, like, you know, this is the concert series at, you know, this area, you know, whatever, you know, and then you can organize it. But in reality, you know, it's working if you just do these first two things. And then obviously, in this case, on the right, there's going to be a kind of a brighter blue add link. So I'm just going to click that add link on the right. And this is one where if you go right back to your website, it'll be sitting there for you. So that's links. In the last piece, again, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. In the biography, you can add media, but you also have the ability to have a featured video. And it can have, it kind of, obviously you look at it, it looks just like the biography, but this is an additional piece where, you know, I don't know. I mean, just get creative with this. Like, you know, you can have a mortgage guy talking about something. You can have a home inspector. You know, you can be in the video. It can be you walking through a house. It can be a featured video, you know, like a featured house. So if you change it once a week, you know, you can tell a seller like, hey, you're my featured video this week, check it out, or send them the link and then just let them find it, you know. So again, this can change every hour or never. Totally up to you to kind of make this work or do something with it. But you know, folks watch video, plain and simple. Folks will watch a video. You know, if it catches their attention, they'll watch it all. So if it's you doing the video and you're just kind of talking about something, it should be less than a minute, should be 40 seconds, 45 seconds, because then someone's just going to actually watch it. Otherwise, you got to be really good, because the first thing we do when a video comes up is we look to see how long it is. Like, if you don't catch me in the first 5 seconds, I'm going to be like, all right, you know, if this is a 2-minute video, I might be out. But if it's 40 seconds, you know what, I'm going to give it to you. So kind of think about that. But a great place for you to just stand out. You know, another place for someone to see you, to hear your voice, to see you in a house or talking about a house or talking about mortgage or whatever. Just a huge opportunity. And then again, publish in the lower left.
Hey, Wayne, I've got a quick question for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back to the blog links. Can you tell me a little bit more about, the actual website link we should be putting in there? Like let's say that, you had mentioned like concert series. Let's say I want to put something about the, Hertz Arena down here, concerts, upcoming concerts. Do I need to try to find some kind of a blog on the Hertz website and use that as the link to put on there? Or would I just do, the Hertz Arena, link?
Yeah. So that's in the links module. So literally, like if I was to do this, I would get, I wouldn't do the front page of the Hertz, I would get right to the page that's best fits what link I'm, creating here. So I would get right to the Hertz. I'd go to the Hertz page and then I'd get the concert schedule, or if it's on the, the main page, and then just copy that entire link. So even if it's 2 clicks in, if you copy that link, of course, that's the one they'll go to if they click it.
And what's that going to look like to the customer? So, I mean, it's I'm not,
Yeah,
I've never thought of blogs looking, basically just adding a link. I've always thought, with a blog, someone's manually typing something in.
Yeah, so the blogs are different from the links. So the blog is one thing, and then the links. So this is what the links look like.
Oh, okay. All right. That's just the links.
Yeah. So this, local information is just the heading I threw in. You could get creative with that heading. And then here's these links. And if you click on it, then it would go to, the Hertz concert page. So.
Okay. Well, I thought I had heard you say that the blogs are automated.
Well, yes. So actually, if you scroll down. So yes, so that's the links module that we're kind of just sending them, to a page. So above it is the settings. So you actually will go to this social media settings page, and you can actually have a blog forwarded right from any other sites.
Okay, I see. So essentially, like for Facebook, I might put my own personal Facebook page in there.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, and that's in that blog page, I believe they're working on for a feed from VideoBuzz. So that'd be great if you just if you have blogs coming from there. But I think they're working on that. So
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. So this page is So in reality, even though it took me longer, to go through it, and maybe it takes you a little longer to get through it, but having your picture in biography. So if your picture is good, you're good. You need your biography. That's crucial. And then you can tweak the custom module search. You can tweak the featured properties, maybe tweak the background picture. But in reality, like that's enough for someone to get to your site and not go, ugh, that type of ugh, So that's kind of what I wanted to show you. But just know that if I come back to kind of your initial homepage, there are additional ways to get, to some of those settings, but also look, add your client testimonials, set up your blog. So, I mean, you can do a custom menu links from here. We can add pages. So over here, there's site pages. You can add new pages. So I'm not going to get into that, but I just want you to know that, we did the basics. We got your website like, hey, no one's going to bolt off of it. But there is so much more we can do, with this platform as far as our website goes. Lots and lots more. Just so you know, this add your client testimonials says go there. I did a short video. It's like whatever, 3 or 4 minutes. It is in the Agent Hub under Learning Library. So if you go in the Agent Hub on the left-hand side, there's a Learning tab. Click that, and then there's a Learning Library, and it'll bring up that page in Agent Hub. If you do a search and just do, I guess, I guess I don't know, reviews. You can maybe search client testimonials. I'm not sure what I named it. So, but there's a short video in there on how to connect your client testimonials. And what that is if you get when you close a deal, ERA sends a survey out to that client. If they fill it out, you get it back, and you can have that automatically post to your website. So just kind of a bonus there. That's what that is. And the last thing I'm going to show you, and this is more for the newer folks, on purpose, this URL is really ugly. So, like your URL to your website is made to be ugly because it's actually made to mirror every agent in ERA, and they kind of build a little, a bonus with Google, and then we split off. So yours would look a little bit different, but basically it's going to be your name, .sites.erarealestate.com. What you're going to want to do, I suggest, is if you don't yet, just go to godaddy.com and buy a URL domain. So you can just see I have WayneWeaverRealtor.com. So that's the way, it's going to go to this website, but WayneWeaverRealtor.com is much easier to put. That's what I want to put on my business card. It's what I want to put. If someone says, "Hey, what's your website?" I want to say WayneWeaverRealtor.com and not, WayneWeaver.sites.erarealestate.com. That just isn't, it's valuable in the Google SEO world to have it set up this way, but we just want to forward it to a nice, attractive, easy to remember, easy to spell domain. So that's one piece. So just think about that. If you haven't, think about that. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to chat about that. And the last one I'm going to show you is when I've gone through this and at least done the basics. So, I'm good with the background picture and my headshot and my biography in the feature properties is fine. When I get to that point, this is pretty important. I need to come right here. So this number 1 says, make your site visible to search engines. Go there. So I'm going to click it. And there's just one thing you have to do is because they just set it up and said, hey, here, every agent needs to come in here and just make sure their headshot's good and add their biography. They didn't want it to be just put out there for the world to see. So right now, unless you've clicked this box, it's just being discouraged from being found. Like, you don't want someone to find your site if your headshot's missing or it's not the right one, you have no biography, it just isn't ready for someone to see. So I just need to come to this page right here. I can ignore all this first part, and I just need to unclick this box. And this is really just for the newer folks. I'm sure, if you've been in here and have done anything with it, you've probably done that, but really just need to just unmark that box and hit save changes. And that's it. And then it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks, but then Google starts finding it and really starts putting everything together. But that's just kind of a Google thing in general. So, and I'm going to just back up real quick. Oh yeah, I didn't save changes. We did personalize your site style. That was just the agent focused or search focused. We did the homepage, just went through that. And then I skipped down here in the domain's important just to kind of get that set up. Otherwise, just go into make your site visible, uncheck that box, save it. And now we're kind of ready to go. Look, your site's active. You can share it with anyone right now. If you have not done a thing, people can find it. It'll still show up in Google. But like I said, it's just been discouraged to a certain point. Again, just to make sure, hey, let me get in there. Let me make sure it's good. And then, hey, let's go to town with Google and all the SEO. All right. Well, that is what I had today. I'm going to pause for a second. Any other questions? Hopefully it's helpful. Like I said, it is being recorded, so it'll be in the Agent Hub probably sometime tomorrow, maybe over the weekend. Just depends on when I get it back from Zoom, but it will be in the Agent Hub, and I think everyone gets notification when I add something in there. So
Wayne, I have a question.
Sure.
For the Facebook, the social media,
Yeah.
I have a Facebook page in there, but it's incorrect.
Okay. You
But
just
when I
need to
go to try
send.
to change it, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's weird. They for some reason set it up where we have control over that. So if anyone has any of those social medias, just got to send them to me, and I will upload them in our back office system.
Okay, great. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, yeah. The Facebook, the LinkedIn, or any of those links, you can just send them to me, and I'll make sure they get uploaded.
Okay, thanks.
Would we be better off doing that through the blog section?
Well, that's where you cannot actually upload. You can't add your Facebooks there. It says you can. It gives you the option, but it actually won't let you do it. I actually have to do that in our system. So it's just
Okay.
it's weird. It's just how it was set up from the start. So
Okay.
yeah. So anytime you hear that, Greg, I mean, as far as any of your agents, yeah, just say, hey, just send the links to Wayne, and I have a lot, and a lot of people know it, but yeah, we'll continue to get that message out where just email me your Facebook link, and I'll upload them.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Love the crowd, love the interaction. So again, it'll be the recording will be available, and I'll put it in the Agent Hub for anybody that needs to either watch or rewatch. So otherwise, have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.